Gaffer, we'll start by looking back at Grimsby last weekend. You must have been really happy with the way we ended that game.
Yeah, it was a great ending to that game, and memorable. Another good fight back, and late goals again in our favour. So shows a lot about the character of the group, and it was disappointing to have to come back. The first goal was a bit freaky, but absolutely brilliant finish from their lad, and unforeseen. I haven't seen that many goals at all as good as that. But the second goal was sloppy from our point of view and made the task harder. But then we showed brilliant character in getting back into it.
That result means we're another week closer to our goal, if you like, in terms of securing safety. What's the message to the players now? It feels like we've been teetering on the edge of securing that safety for a few weeks now.
Yeah, that's right. Well, to build on what we've learned even from last Saturday, let's start better. Let's be commanding at all set plays. Let's take the opportunities like we did. I know it was an own goal finish, but it's because of the quality of the ball in and the way we attacked the first header. It's a great opportunity to be a bit more adventurous in the final third. And if we do all those three things, I think we can come away with something.
Yeah, up against Walsall tomorrow. They're struggling to form a little bit, but still aside in the automatic promotion places and looking to secure that promotion. Just how difficult an opponent do you think they'll be tomorrow?
Well, the league doesn't lie, and they're right up there for a reason. In the fact that they've scored a lot of goals this season, they're a real handful of a team. They're physical. They play their system terrifically well. Regardless of recent form, the table doesn't lie, and so that says a lot that they're a top team.
Yeah, that physical threat was something we spoke about last time we faced them as well. Just how do we prepare for that, knowing that they'll have two big players up front and go very direct at times?
Yeah, we were well beaten on the day at home, and we couldn't complain. They bullied us all over the park, and that's something that we want to put right.
Just looking back at that game, and it was just before Christmas, I think. Just how much do you feel that this squad and this team has come on since that game?
We've come on a lot, and there's been a lot of games, even like the Grimsby game, where we said, we were well beaten at Blundell Park, and we turned it round and shown a lot more fight, a lot more ability to win the war of attrition, and to battle it out until the final whistle.
It's a quick turnaround after Walsall. We're back in at the Exercise Stadium on Easter Monday. Got a great record there recently, 9 unbeaten. I suppose the aim going into that one is to keep the good times rolling at home.
Yeah, true, right. We're loving the positivity of the fans as well, and it works both ways. The lads are really looking forward to the home games. I'd really love to go into that game knowing that we're safe, and that the lads can really express themselves, without any kind of pressure on their shoulders. But regardless of that, we can lean into that little bit of recent experience of 9 unbeaten. We've scored some good goals, had a lot of memorable moments in that 9 games, and we're hoping to do it in front of a packed out crowd at the ground.
What does the Easter weekend look like for you and for the squad in terms of, will you have time to analyse Friday's game, and when does the preparation sort of start for Monday? Is there a chance to have a training session before that game?
Yeah. Well, we'll play Friday. We'll have a look either on the way back home or Saturday for us as staff, and what we need to pick out as good bits and things to work upon. On the Sunday, we'll get the lads back in, having watched Fleetwood's game as well, and then show them the analysis of Fleetwood, and then have a good training session in preparation on Easter Sunday in preparation of the following day. So it's a busy period for us. Just hope my wife's bought the Easter eggs for the kids. That's all.
And then just finally going into those 2 games, is there any fresh injury concerns ahead of them?
Yeah, Warren's struggling with his hamstring. Other than that, everybody's fine. But that's a big loss, because he's been absolutely brilliant as captain. Has really driven the lads on, and steely, determined, and just big quality every aspect of his performances. So, we'll miss him, but it's a chance for someone else to step into the breach and show what their worth is too.
Thank you.
Cheers.